Well, I've got quite the haul of spring flowers, and it's time for me to change the theme back here from Easter to the rest of spring. And it's a theme that I've had stuck in my mind for weeks, so I can't wait. Welcome. I hope you enjoy this video. This was so much fun to do, and it especially helped out because I had a lot of flowers that I have purchased lately, and most of them are kind of very whimsical. So I thought that this display would be kind of like an ode to the garden center display when they have a theme, and I love theme containers, theme planters, and I'm planting up probably, I don't know, 7 or 8, and they're going to be very versatile. I can take the perennials, plant them in the landscaping, or I can move these containers too, and you'll see some of them are very chock full. This first planter is very simple, and it just kind of struck me to do kind of like primary colors, and you're going to notice there are a lot of colors going on here, but Alice in Wonderland, it is a very colorful themed kind of cartoon and visuals. So this one is like primary colors, yellow, red, and blue, which I have never done. I've actually included red in a couple of planters this year. I'm as surprised as anybody else. This second one is very simple, but I went on the color of pink and kind of kept those color schemes in this particular one. Now heuchera you can use in shade or sun, but when it gets to summer, I really don't like to keep it where it's going to have afternoon sun. It usually does not like it. For me, I am in the Midwest, in the Chicagoland area, and I like to combine different heucheras in containers as well. This one has the underside of the leaves go very nicely with the other ones that are more of like a magenta color. And then using a container that has completely opposite flowers is fun because you have a really bold leaf for the heuchera, and then using very, very tiny flowers I thought would be really, really fun. And the saxifrage also likes really kind of morning sun. That's kind of what I've tried before, and I've got a couple of these this year, and we're going to see how they do. I may, after a little while, plant one in the ground and see if it does better than in the container, but I really adore the little flowers. And then I've been really drawn to snapdragons. And of course, if we're talking Alice in Wonderland or any kind of a whimsical theme, snapdragons, I mean, they're just so like whimsical and kind of fluffy looking. Are these not the sweetest thing you've ever seen? They have a nice drainage hole, and there's even, I thought I showed it, but I don't think I did, there's 2 little drainage holes on the side that allow the water to leak out onto that saucer. They are connected, so they are glued or attached, and I would not necessarily keep these out like in the rain because it's kind of funny. Once it rains and you have a lot of water leak out onto the saucer, it kind of looks like spilled coffee, which is, kind of appropriate, or spilled tea in this case perhaps, but it's an adorable planter, and I highly recommend that you run there because there were only a few left at mine. See, it looks like coffee. How cute is that? In the teacups, I thought it would be super cute to just keep very simple planting. One has the saxifrage, and the other one has these cute little flowers, the English daisies, which I think are just absolutely adorable. And I went with pink. Pink on pink on pink on pink. This container will be very whimsical in the purples and pinks, so I'm using purple pincushion flowers, which are perennial. I will be able to put those into the landscaping, and I frequently, when they're this root bound, I will completely rip off the bottom. It'll also help them kind of fit in the containers. and I combined them with English daisies. I thought that was just a really sweet combo. Meet the container that basically inspired this whole vignette, the checkerboard cash pot. It's in their spring collection. It's Hobby Lobby. So it was 40% off, whatever the price is, $18, so whatever that is, somewhere around $10 or so. And I absolutely love this, and this is what inspired the whole thing. And I just love their spring collection. Since that is a cash pot, it has no drainage hole. Yes, I could drill a hole in, but I don't like to do that in case I'm going to use it inside. I got these plastic pots from Lowe's, and they also do not have a hole, but it's very simple. I just, poked a hole in. You can just be very careful. You can even use a glue gun, a hot glue gun. So there's tricks you can do there too, but just a couple of drainage holes and you will be all set. I thought the bright primrose pink would offset the black and white checkered cash pot pretty nicely. It really stands out. Okay, you ready? Let's set it up. It was super fun, basically planting my entire patio table. All of the planters and a lot of different plants and flowers and colors are all together. I think it looks kind of just very whimsical and happy, and I look out over this area pretty much all day when I'm passing through the house. All of these components can be used elsewhere. They didn't go specifically to characters in Alice in Wonderland just because I'd have to store it, but the concrete rabbit I keep out year round, and I kind of dress them up for different seasons or put them in different places. And then who doesn't love mushrooms? I got a bunch of mushrooms, but you can use those elsewhere as well. This is the planter that I used for my Easter video. I will link that for you. But it's very versatile, and if you ever want something completely zero work whatsoever, put sedum in a container.